Are we running it back? Are we running it back of Liverpool and Man City because for some reason Arsenal are not interested to be in the title race? I want to first deal with Man City. Then we're going to talk about a certain la. Here's my thing. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not the football GOAT analyst, but as a football GOAT analyst, the greatest football analyst of all time, help me out here. If you make the bench, you can play. You see, here's the thing. All my players on the bench, you're fit enough to play. If you're not fit enough to play, don't get on the bench. It's as simple as that. If you're not fit enough to play and to contribute in this game whatsoever, you can't play in this game. So what I need to understand, riddle me this. You're losing the game. You need to get back in the game. And Kevin De Bruyne plays no part. Now, I know what everyone is going to say, and people have already been tweeting me. Hey, Rodri. Like, look at that. Without Bitek Zubimendi, what are Man City? So this is the reason why Bitek Zubimendi deserved to win the Ballon d'Or. With no Bitek Zubimendi, City can't function, and they now lose games. They now lose to Bournemouth. No Bitek Zubimendi, no party. That is true. Bitek Zubimendi does play a very important role for Man City. I don't deny that. I don't see how City, given what happened, anything would have changed if you had Bitek Zubimendi there, personally for me. But he's important. I'm not KDB's biggest fan, and people know this. I call him football's Drake. He's an industry plant because I feel that he led on Eden Hazard in that World Cup. So I'm not his biggest fan. But despite me not being his biggest fan, I still know of how crucial and important KDB has been to Man City in the last few seasons. Whether it's creating for a certain Erling Haaland or scoring himself, his contribution, whether it's attacking or playmaking, is huge. And we're going to get to another guy who does a very similar thing and has that similar contribution. Because in this game, whatever the case, that KDB can either score a goal or create something. And as good as Bitek Zubimendi is, I believe there is a higher probability that KDB will get me a goal or will create a golden chance for someone like a Haaland, who we know, based on him being a tree trunk, he is reliant on service. Questions are going to be asked. This is a back-to-back L's. An L to Tottenham in the Karabuki and now an L to Bournemouth. Now, Bournemouth already beat Arsenal. Again, that was 10 men tax. This is a huge victory for Bournemouth. Massive victory. I think the manager is Spanish. Huge win and a huge W, fully deserved by them. There's a long way to go, but people are asking these questions. Again, granted, I told you, Bitek Zubimendi out for the season is a huge loss for Man City, but I'm sorry, a team that has spent this much money, and I know we'll spend again in January, they can't be reliant on that. Heck, without KDB, didn't you get 96% without KDB? This team has too much money for you to lose one or two players and you totally crumble. There is no excuse that with the talent out there, you can't beat Bournemouth. So that's on Pep. Those are on the players. You cannot sell now. Losing, okay, with no KDB or Bitek Zubimendi, you lose to Arsenal, you lose to Liverpool, you lose to Tottenham, that makes sense. With all due respect, I don't want to be rude. You can't beat Bournemouth because you don't have KDB or Bitek Zubimendi? Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I still believe City will win the league. But things are getting interesting now because we're seeing a pattern emerge. And we're saying to ourselves that, okay, because remember, they've been winning games, but they've not been playing well. And you just assume that, okay, they'll come through. But you thought that this was a game where they could get away without playing well and win. But they've not played well and they've been rightfully punished, something that should have happened to them in previous other games. Like, bro, I think, was it in the previous game where they literally got saved in the last minutes by John Stones? So Pep has to figure out something because we still have the whole of November and we have the December schedule before the winter window. Because winter window, most likely they get Zubimendi, the real Zubimendi, in January. But again, I ask myself, why don't you... So, again, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm missing something. Why? Because if he isn't fit enough to play, he shouldn't be on the bench. That's my thing. If you're not fit enough to play, you shouldn't be on the bench. So I don't understand how you can make a squad. Your team is losing, and one of your most important offensive players doesn't come on to try to help you get some points, specifically knowing Arsenal lost. Because we don't know whether Liverpool can last these 38 games with a new manager, but we do know of what Arsenal have done previously. So that's what I want to know. But City is still my pick. I still believe City will win the league because I believe Pep will get it right. I believe there's enough experience, and I think the winter window can say what's up. But it gets interesting now. We now move. They're back on top. Guys, I need us just to realize this. Salah is making that case. He's making that case. It could be top 3 right now. Liverpool, great. Salah has a case for top 3. Salah has surpassed Gerrard. Don't use, but he's from Liverpool. Don't use that crap with me. This is about football. We are one earth. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones to make a better place. So let them give it. There's a better place. I don't know the lyrics, but it's what it is. We are the one. Michael Jackson, all those people. What's it called? Quincy Jones. We are the world. So we are all one. So don't use, I'm a Scouse or tax. Salah is a greater Liverpool player than Gerrard. Salah has done too much over too many seasons to ignore this man. He's done too much. Yet again, 1 goal down, 1-1, who gets the winning goal? It's Salah. Whether it's scoring, whether it's creating, bro, it's too much. He contributes far too much for Liverpool. And my view is, I just don't believe this team can outlast City for 38 games. Firmino tax, Mane tax. That's my belief. Alisson is also a huge miss. But they're making a very good case. Because all you can do is just win the games in front of you. And as of right now, apart from the blip against Nottingham Forest, they've been pretty good. Like, I'm sorry, people say, they should have beaten Arsenal. Getting a dub at the crib of someone like Arsenal, that's still good. And right now, it's busy. The only blip has been Nottingham Forest. They've been good. So I have to give credit to Arne Slot for the amazing start to the season that he's had. And with Salah in your team, anything is possible. This is the key to what will make Liverpool win the title. You know what Salah is going to give you. You know what Salah will provide. Whether Liverpool win the league or not is the performance of those around him. If those around him, Gakpo, Darwizi, Jota, Diaz, Gravenberch doing his thing, Van Dijk, if all of those around him can raise their level and can play at a high level consistently, Liverpool can win the league. I just don't believe that those pieces around Salah are as good as those other pieces previously when they got to 99 points and when they won the UCL. That's just my belief. But if those guys can prove me wrong and play on that high level and match Salah, they can win the league. Because you know what Salah is going to give you. And look, again, Salah is a great thing to have, but City just have so many weapons. They have so much money to spend. And you know they're going to spend again big in January. That I just feel that it'll be too much. But I'll tell you this right now. I told you I'm a narrative merchant. Don't let Arne Slot in his very first season beat Pep and City to the title. A guy just coming off the boat from Netherlands, from the Eredivisie, who we all called Amber Rose. Arne Slot, I called him Amber Rose. Don't let the Las Vegas slot machine, in his very first season in the Premier League, win the league with Darwizi. For me, that's Doi. Winning the league ahead of someone like Man City and Pep with Darwizi, that is Doi. Because, bro, you are going up against arguably the greatest league manager of all time. Pep Guardiola is arguably the greatest league manager of all time. Man City are the greatest Premier League team of all time. So that is a narrative. If Liverpool, this counts as dud. If Arne Slot wins this league with this Liverpool team against that Man City team and Pep, this counts as a dud. It would be a ridiculous achievement. I don't believe they'll do it. I believe City will win the league. But things are getting very, very interesting. Like that video, guys. Remember, hold up. What was it? Subscribe, hit that subscribe button over there, and join us later tonight for our live hangout later tonight where we shall discuss these topics and more.